Yeah, my name is Eric Wirks, and I'm the owner of Wirks Moving and Storage. The business was started in technically 2009 out of necessity. If people are familiar with around that time, the economy tanked. Everyone knows about the Great Recession in 2008 that kind of lasted till about 2011. In 2008, I was around 26 years old, and when that process started happening, I had lost everything. You could almost say that I was homeless, because if you want to count the fact that I had to live in an extended stay hotel for about 4 months, then yes, the extended stay hotel was my address. You could technically say that I was probably homeless. First year, I was a one-man show. I had 15 different job titles. It's no question one of the hardest things I ever had to walk through in my life, and I'll be completely transparent. Like, there were days I wanted to light the company on fire. There were many times I worked 20 plus hours a day. Slept at the office, had to do a lot of things I didn't know I was mentally capable of, because my reality was that I either do these things and make this work, or I starve. The core values of Wirks, one would be extreme ownership, 2 would be integrity, 3 would be altruism. For those who aren't familiar with altruism means, that's having selfless concern for others. I've lived my life and have constantly been shown that I am greatly rewarded when my motives are altruistic in nature, putting others above my own needs. The very first move I ever did, I moved this doctor. Her name was Sue, and Sue was she was a fertility doctor. Sue and I had gotten very close. She was almost like a big sister to me. And when I was going through that really hard time, and when I lost everything, I actually had to really humble myself, and I actually asked Sue to borrow money to pay rent, so I didn't end up on the street. She had loaned me about $1,000, and I'd always try to pay her back, and she would never let me pay her back. And I told her, like, one day I'm gonna figure out how to pay you back. And she's like, oh, whatever, Eric, it's okay. So we had lost touch, because at that time I was living over in like Fulton County in the Roswell area, and I had moved to Cobb County, which is where I live now. Facebook had become more popular over time, and I tried to look Sue up on Facebook, and I found out that Sue had passed away from cancer, and that was really, that was really hard for me, because like she had helped me out a lot. We were very, very close. And then I'm thinking to myself, how can I ever pay this forward with her now? Well, the irony of this is that fast forward another 6 or 7 years, and by this time we had really established ourselves. The business was doing very well. And then friends of my wife and I, they are really struggling very hard to get pregnant. I immediately thought to myself, wow, I know exactly how to pay Sue back. Infertility treatment's not cheap, and they were in a situation to where they could not afford to do that. So we had approached them, and then I paid for their infertility treatment, and then they had their first daughter. You can't do things like this by yourself. It's literally impossible. It's not scalable, I would not be where I'm at today without the amazing talent that I surround myself with. To say that this was all me would be the absolute biggest arrogant statement I think I or anyone else could make. I'm so proud of what I've been able to accomplish with the team that I'm surrounded by. I love the opportunities and gifts it's given in the people that I work with in their lives,